The Dyson Sphere's construction continues. In a massive development and forward step for Gacrix Prime, we are now drawing power directly from the Dyson Sphere in order to fuel its ongoing construction. Yeah, that's how cool this game has gotten. The Dyson Sphere is powering its own construction process. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So we have a momentous task ahead of us as well, on top of everything I just mentioned and how cool that is. We have brought proliferator paint to this lovely planet. And as a consequence, there are a few things that we need to do. First things first, we need to offload proliferator paint from this particular world back to the original world where it's being produced so that we can have the maximum possible benefits of the proliferator paint starting at the beginning of the chain. So that's the very first thing we're going to do. Let's go ahead and elevate this line, bring it over here, and we're going to send proliferator paint back this way. It's going to come over here. It's going to... I did not even mean to do that, but I forgot that those lines are also elevated by 2, so that's kind of wonderful. And now we're just going to bring this down to the ground. Actually, wait, if we really want to have these side by side, what we'll do is we will come to about right here. And there we go. And now we are outputting Proliferator Paint Mark III. So very first step would be to head to, what is it, Farud? Is that the name of the system? Let's take a look. Yeah, Farud. We're going to head that way. It's not far. And we're going to go ahead and ensure that that paint is properly hooked into the system. Yeah, it's not far at all. This is one of the reasons I'm grateful that I set it up here. There was a moment where I was considering getting started on Al-Rami, because Al-Rami has a ton of coal. And one thing we can do just to make sure that we don't run out of the resources we need is we can go ahead and set up that planet that I was looking at to output coal and supplement the entire process. And I can actually set up the import line for the coal here just to ensure that that is something that happens. Now, I think it's Furud 3, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 2? It's clearly 2. Come out of warp and you see another transport warp away from Furud 2. Obviously 2. Alright, so we've arrived, and now we have a couple of things to do. Let's go ahead and set up coal. We'll put it up for remote demand. We don't have any more exporting coal at the moment. We do already have some proliferator paint on the way in, which is great. So let's go ahead. Yeah, I was about to say, I know I have more belts in my inventory than that. Let's see. We pretty much need to get the proliferator paints. Let's see if I do it like here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh good, you're not out of build range just yet if I have you build there. Alright, the paint has arrived. So satisfying to see it. Alright, and now we just need to... Oh, this is gonna... Oh my god. I could not have planned this more perfectly. I didn't mean to bring it down to this point, but this is exactly where I need it. So, basically up till this point... Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. Okay. First of all, we're going to delete this splitter. It's not needed anymore. Second of all, we're going to delete this and that. Third of all, oh, just kidding. Didn't mean to do that, but... Oh, you're already raised. Perfect. I thought you were lowered, but you're not. And now... it doesn't get easier. That's it. That's it. It's done. Now, granted, there's still some basic level 1 paint to burn through here. But once it's done, from everything that you see here, once the level 3 paint makes its way all the way down, then everything will be proliferated properly. And right now it's set to extra products so that we can, you know, just be more efficient, which I'm perfectly happy with. And the only other thing that I would need to set up right now, if I really wanted to make sure... See, the thing is, this is not going to happen. And I'm not going to worry about it. Like, if this were a long-term game that I was doing just on my own, or if we were playing a game on the channel that was just, like, meant to be an ad infinitum playthrough, I don't think those are really... I don't think YouTube as a platform is conducive to those necessarily. You have to have a point at which you stop, and, like, new starts are better for viewership and such. But, if we were... then what I would do is I would go ahead, like right now, and hook up a coal import line to come like straight down here, and like maybe connect. Maybe I'd have a third line that would be connected to this sorter here, and have it feed in here. So I'm already seeing how I would do it, but that way, when there was no more coal on this planet, the imports would still take care of it, which is a pretty nice thought. But anyway, I know what you're here for. Let's head back to Gacrix. First of all, let's also... we have to leave Farood 2 first. Let's delete that. And now, where are you? There you are. Notice how I was able to follow that logistics vessel? I was like, oh, you're probably going to Gacrix, aren't you? You are. Mind if I tag along? You can literally see all the transports flying around different directions. It's glorious. Alright, so we're approaching Gacrix Prime. Soft entry, soft entry, soft entry. Hey, there we go. Alright, so we're approaching... see, now we're at 100% continuous receiving. We're up to 3.3 gigawatts. Hasn't changed in the past little while, so we're at capacity right now, but this thing is still expanding in terms of its production capacity. Absolutely. Like, I also see another frame that I can place. Oh my god. These poor guns just have, like, they can't fire enough sails. I could definitely build more guns, because I have so many sails backed up. Like, I could increase the rate at which we were building the panels out. For sure. And I will probably do that once I'm done with the proliferator paint, but absolutely the next order of business is to finally do something with this paint, because there's just so much. Alright, so with that in mind, let me go ahead and select... alright, what do I need? Microcrystalline component and silicon. Alright, well, there's a couple things I need to do here. I need to make sure I have room. Excuse me? That's a lie? Oh, it's because I need steel. Okay. I can get steel. That's fine. I was very frustrated for a second. I was like, wait a minute, what are you telling me? Steel, steel, steel. So we have some iron being produced there. Where's the steel being produced, though? Is it over on the other pole? Probably over on the other pole, isn't it? What are you short on? Casimir crystals. What? So we actually need more Casimir crystals to be produced now, in order to keep up with demand. Alright. No, I need those in my inventory. Damn. That's not good timing. I strongly dislike it. Alright. Well, let's see if we can quickly address this. If we need more Casimir crystals, then we'll bring these to about here. Because God knows I have enough power to support this now. It's just a matter of getting everything in place. And that is also pretty easy at this point. So I just need more Casimir crystals, huh? Watch these. Okay, wait. Okay, there's going to be a couple every few that I need to space out a little bit more. Surely one of these is the right one I can copy. Because I know these are all following a certain pattern. Unless this one's messed up somehow. Hang on. It's got to be one of these. Because if I can find the right one... Yeah, I need one that's not pulling... Yeah, it's this one. What the heck? Okay, I guess it's not. Maybe it's this one. No... Hang on. At this point, yeah, screw it. I'm just going to build a new one. This is a waste of time. Alright, so we need the output here. And it does seem like we might need to make sure power's in place for all of these. There we go. And that is the one that I can copy to fill in the holes. So now we're short a particular resource. What's that? Hydrogen? Ironically? Yeah, it's hydrogen. Alright. Well, hopefully that'll at least help a little bit. Because I didn't realize we were short on those. But proliferator paint should help a good bit as well. But what I need is steel. Steel, steel, steel. And I think steel is down on the other pole, because we have iron actually being worked at a couple of different spots here. Yeah, you can tell that the rockets are not firing at the same cadence anymore. So we burned through that backstock really fast. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be quite that quick, or that the entire, like, backstock that I burned through would take care, would take care of the next section that I had ordered, and then some. But it is not to be. It is not to be. Alright, I really am going to build every single one of these. Alright, and it's telling me that I need more steel. Which is good, because I'm standing right at the thing that I need more of. So I will just sit here and grab some off the line until such time as I can build more. Because we need all of the proliferators, okay? This is going to take a lot of effort. This is gonna be a lot, okay? It's gonna be an interesting time. Okay, it's also pretty clear that we actually don't have... Hang on. Really? There's no way that these should be locked up. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, I see why. Because we're short on titanium alloy. So because we're short on titanium alloy, this resource is not moving. But that should mean that more is coming down this way. You should have fewer problems if that's the case. Yeah, I see what's happening. The surplus is... Like, we've got a lot of this that's just sitting on the line, and that's not helpful to anybody, even a little bit. So, yeah, I can see something. Alternatively, I think this would be a better thing to do here. A lot of the issues that I'm even dealing with at the moment are probably going to be largely resolved just by proliferating. So I need to bear that in mind. Or at least significantly helped just by proliferating. Okay, so this is a little bit counterproductive because we have this line circling back around now, and it's going to hit the splitter and go in both directions again. But at least that way, we'll have more coming down the line. And now it's moving. And some of these other buildings can actually produce. So this should put us in much better shape. In terms of, yeah, oh yeah, you can see it just flowing. So how are we doing on the production of this stuff over here? Yeah, so it's still being exported fairly prolifically to the starting planet. But I think it's also starting to pile up. The starting planet seems like it might be full. So that's good. And this is starting to stack up here. So I think we're producing enough of the stuff. Yeah, we really need to just start proliferating all the things. All right, well, let's start with the resource that's helping to create the stuff. So, this is what's hilarious. See, this is the station that actually has it. So I can... I can just have it pouring back out the other side, like this. And now we'll put the first oh, that's weird. There we go. It wasn't working for a second, but now it realizes it can. All right, so that's not completely done. We will have to move this slightly. Let's go ahead. Is this gonna work? I don't know, this might not work. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I don't want to waste paint. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna delete that one there. And we're gonna delete all this, and I'm gonna paint the entire line right over here. Okay, now we're gonna raise this up. Yeah, this will be better. So I can also paint additional things here. One of the best ways that I can help proliferate this world quickly is just to do this. All right, so let's put a little bit of power production down, and now watch the magic. All right, so now we have spiniform stalagmite being completely proliferated for all of the facilities that are requiring it. We should see an increase in power draw here, but I think there's so much that these resources are working toward that... Okay. So now I just need to think in terms of, like, what's the next step? I want to proliferate... Yeah. I see a couple of obvious opportunities here. Tell you what, here's what I'll do. I'm going to swap the position of those two there. then I'm going to move this back, this little T intersection that I did. Yeah, unfortunately, there are a few that are going to be really hard to proliferate entirely, but I can get most of them proliferated if I put the painter like right here. And I realize from a min-max perspective that is maddening, but I'm okay with it for the time being. I just want to go ahead and get the majority of stuff like mostly proliferated, and obviously I'm going to go for 100% wherever I can. But in situations like this, it's like I'm not going to fight the spaghetti too much. There we go. Now what resource is here? That's the titanium. Okay. Yeah, so we definitely have a lot of the stuff available and still piling in. Hang on, I can go ahead and put this here. Get rid of a little bit of my inventory. Okay, so now all of the resources going out of these are being proliferated. Is there... Hang on, let me look at exactly where I have these set up. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how this is working, even though not every single one of them is proliferated. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. Yep. There's an entire section of it going off another direction down here that is not going to be proliferated, and that's going to be actually contributing to the paint, now that I think about it. So, hang on. Let's go back a ways. Would it be worthwhile... Oh, wow. Yeah, this is too perfect. This is way too perfect. I really could not have planned this coincidentally better than I did. Alright, so first of all, look at this. We can fix this issue outright. So now everything going that way, even before it gets to the splitter here, is being proliferated. And then we just continue this connection here. Matter of fact, let's be a little bit more controlled about it. Okay. So now on top of that, there are some additional things we can do. We could potentially split it here, or I could just have something else coming out from the output. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Probably just have the splitter going in a different direction. Eventually this will start to back up and this will start to fill up. So it's going to be a little slow for a moment. I could also increase the production rate of it, and that would be fine. But one of the ways that I can increase the production rate of it is by proliferating it. So let's make sure that we're doing that. Let's see. Best way to do that would be... Yeah, I'm going to bring this here. And then we're going to go back down this way. And what we want to try to do is proliferate every single thing that's going into the proliferation paint, period. All right, so that's proliferated, you can tell. And now we need both of these proliferated. And there we go. Now everything going into the level 2 proliferation paint is being proliferated. And now let's also make sure... Oh, this is so nuts. Hold on. I love this game so much. Alright, crap. Hold on. This is gonna get challenging. Can I put a painter there? Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is obscene. Alright, let's now... we're gonna build a splitter. We're gonna build a splitter right here. Proliferation is so much fun. Oh my god. It makes everything better, literally and figuratively. And there we go. Now everything going into making the proliferation paint is better. Everything. It's fantastic. So sooner or later I'll remember to actually decrease that interval, or increase that interval as I make that mistake a second time. So now we need, I feel like I need to get proliferation paint elsewhere as well. But, so all of this is proliferated. That is already proliferated coming in because it's being imported proliferated. This stuff is not proliferated. Why? Is it because, yeah, the titanium alloy is currently not proliferated. So we need to get the titanium alloy some help. But the titanium alloy, that's all produced here. So hang on. Next stage of the project. Right. It's right where it needs to be. It doesn't get better. It does not get better. I'm sorry. This is just so great. All right. Now we have some deuterium here. This is going to be a little challenging because we do need to send it in a few different directions. So now I want to make sure that all of those resources are not splitting off anywhere else. They appear to all be coming, yep, from this platform. So we don't have to paint them elsewhere. These outputs will all be proliferated right here. Oh, it's going to be great. All right. There's the proliferation for the deuterium. There's the proliferation for the titanium. And here's the proliferation for the supermagnetic rings. Now, it's going to be a while before the deuterium that comes out of here starts to, like, it's going to be a while before all the deuterium we have built up in here is proliferated. And so the deuterium coming out of here is not going to be proliferated for a long time. And that's unfortunate, because we have a significant buffer here that has to be replaced. But my hope is that just by staying on it, we can just continue to improve the situation. So let's now... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Next step. Next step right here. Right here. I promise, like, this is just pure giddiness and serotonin right now. I probably sound like I'm loopy or losing my mind. I'm actually not. I'm just happy. This is freaking great. This is pure, like, just serotonin and dopamine. So, maybe a bit of caffeine. Alright, so now everything that is depending on those is being proliferated. Now this is a little dicey, and I hate it. because of the way this is set up. I'm going to have to move, probably. Yeah. In order to get this to function properly, I'm going to have to move this production apparatus. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of these. How many is that exactly? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do... This is going to bring everything to a halt for just a second. We're going to send the metal in the... or the iron. There I go again. Haven't made that mistake in a while. I'm going to send that in the opposite direction. It's still painted. And then this line is going to be considerably longer. It's going to come from this way instead. This actually won't be too challenging to do at all in the grand scheme. So let's... The one thing I need to make sure I do is set up a proliferator at the appropriate point. Alright, so it looks like maybe I need to do that first, just to be safe. Now, somebody's pointed out that I can, in fact, reverse those. I don't have to have this being the direction that it's coming down, or the other, or the other way. Like, I can... Actually, now that I'm thinking about that, I do have this one on backwards relative to the way I tend to do it. Or do I? I don't know, but you can put them either way. Somebody pointed that out a while back, and I am aware, so I'm not trying to place them one way or the other. Clearly, because I don't even know which way I'm placing them. Let's... Okay, so now we have paint there. And now for the really fun part. Wait. Here we go. Okay. And now we just do that, and I'm going to have to extend it a little bit more to fully replace the production lost. Now I may be able just to use one of these. Okay, a couple of these, it looks like. Alright, now, that's kind of wasteful to have those so close. Hang on, let's at least get them equidistant. Let's at least split their distances appropriately. There we go. Alright, now everything that is being output here is proliferated. The next step is a rather obvious one. Let's see if I can get a proliferator in right there. No, I can't. Curses. Yeah, here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to delete these 4. I'm going to delete that line. I'll leave that there, and then this proliferator will go right there. I want to make sure it's reconnected as soon as possible. There we go. And then we have, what, 4 more over here? Now, same thing. I need to make sure that these are placed. And there's that. Now I just need to get the paint in place. And we're still nowhere near done. And yet, this is so much fun. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that. All right, we're going to have to just place another iron down on the far end. Or place another steel producer on the far end. I see what I can do. Either that or maybe it'll work. Oh, yes it will. Holy crap, I can do a straight line out. It'll be kind of ugly. But we'll just pretend we didn't see it. We can all agree this is not happening. Like, you're not actually seeing this. And everything's fine. There we go. Didn't have to move anything. All right, so now all of the steel is being proliferated, which means we just have one of the 3 resources here that is not proliferated, and that is the sulfuric acid. I'm going to keep it elevated for now, and we're just going to bring this over here. And this is a golden opportunity. Let's go ahead and proliferate those. That line is not really moving for whatever dumb reason, but it's okay. We'll figure that out later. Everything that we're doing right now, like everything on this planet, can be improved by what we're doing right now. Period. Everything. Literally everything. So that's my focus. Okay, this is a little bit annoying. I probably just need to delete this one producer. Probably just need to suck it up. It's not worth the trouble to not be able to proliferate this final resource. So let's go ahead and place that there. And it's not like we're done here. And when I say final resource, I just mean the final one that's necessary for the production of this thing. Now, why are you saying you're out of steel? That's my next question. I guess I might just need to have more steel produced, huh? It's probably a good idea if steel is in fact in shortage. Alright, so it's pretty clear. Yeah, we might need to get additional iron produced as well, but it does seem like it's actually... Yeah, it's being produced at the highest rate that it possibly could be. I could do what I've done before. Actually, yeah, that wouldn't be the worst thing, just to make sure that there's enough steel being produced. Hang on, I'm going to temporarily... Or not temporarily, we're absolutely, permanently going to move you back. Can I sneak one by you? Yes, I can. Perfect. Let's get the distance right. Perfect. Now, for whatever reason, that one's not quite powered, but we fixed that. Okay, so kind of a... Might seem like a weirdly... Oh, you know what, though? If I do it this way, I need to make sure I get some paint on this line. Huh. If only there was a location where it was, like, perfectly crisscrossing. Where I could just do that. If only that were the case. Hold on. Just need to move things slightly here. Perfect. Didn't even cause that much of a gap in the paint. That's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Okay, so now, as a consequence of having set that up, what I can do is, you know what? I'm just going to do a T-intersection and YOLO. Like, let's hope that that's enough for it. Because all I'm needing to do here is give these here that clearly have some extra. I just need to give you an opportunity to dump your stuff out somewhere so that potentially we're producing more steel. And we're at the 41-minute mark, so we need to stop. This game, way too much fun. All right, so with that, that's just a copious amount of iron that's now making it all the way down. We're producing a ridiculous amount of steel, and now that also hopefully means we're producing a ridiculous amount of these. Now, I am not yet proliferating the output of those. I'm proliferating it down here, but I'm not proliferating it anywhere else, and I need to do that, but I also need to stop this episode. So, in the next one, I am going to make sure that all of the alloys that are being sent this direction, we already have those that are being sent this direction being proliferated. This line is not moving, and you know what? Before I end the episode, we're going to find out why. We're going to bloody well find out why. Because I want to know. I want to know, why do we have all of these just sitting on the line, not doing anything? Oh, that's why. I forgot I had you mass producing these. That makes perfect sense. Shame on me for not thinking of that sooner. Okay, well, it's not really necessary to proliferate those, is it? It's fine, though. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Do we have more frames done? Yes, we do. We're at 24.4 gigawatts. 24.4. This thing is insane. So, let's get a few more things done here. Yep. Just looking for completed frames, of which there are several. And there's still so much more we can do with the paint. We've barely even started. So, next episode, we're going to just continue to proliferate all the things. I thought we would do it in one episode. Ha, that was hilarious. We're nowhere near doing it in one episode. But there's still all this stuff over here to proliferate. There's so much on this side of the planet that we haven't even touched yet because we're still on the first of 2 pulls. And it's just going ridiculously well. And look how much power we're bringing in versus how much we're actually using. We're fine. We have 2 entire extra gigawatts being produced. And by the way, this is our paint line for the entire rest of the planet, and it's backed up completely. So we still have some that is exporting, obviously, but the export is almost full, and once the export fills up, then this is going to start filling up, and we're just going to have more paint than we know what to do with, which is exactly what we want to begin with. Also, what's going on here? We don't have enough carbon nanotube for some reason. Okay, we'll have to figure that out too. I don't know how that's possible, given the amount of proliferation that we're doing. But apparently we don't have enough carbon nanotube. Do you not have anywhere to output? Yeah, you don't. There's just too much of it. Too much of it everywhere. Wow. Yeah, this is going well. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.